Hi everyone, welcome to episode 5 of my series, The Best of the Bundts. So if you'd like to see what I'm making today, stay tuned. Everyone, welcome to my channel, The Baking Diva. Well, if you've been following me, you know that I have a great series I've been working on called The Best of the Bundts, and it's all about my favorite Bundt cakes. Bundt cakes are so easy to make. They look great. You can either ice them or not. They're moist and they make a great presentation. So if you haven't already made one, get yourself a Bundt pan and get started. Well, today I have a little bit of a surprise for you. I'm sure you probably figured it out by now. All the recipes I've made for you so far have been sweet. Well, today I'm making for you something savory. Now, for those of you who are already subscribers, thanks for coming back. And for those of you that are new to my channel, I want to say welcome. I really appreciate your support. So this recipe is going to be called stuffing meatloaf in a Bundt pan. That's right. And what I love about this, besides how it tastes, is the way you can present it when you put it on the table, but we'll get to that later. So, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, go down below and hit that red subscribe and the little bell next to it till it says all. It's free, and that's all that there is to it. You'll be a subscriber and you won't miss my upcoming episodes. So, how do we make this stuffing meatloaf? Well, this recipe has been around for ages and ages. I've made it and I love it. And sometimes I make it in a muffin tin and I make little meatloaf muffins. But today, since this is a Bundt cake series, we're making it in a Bundt pan. So, the first thing you need to do, I'll put the recipe down below in the description box for you, is you have to preheat your oven to 350 degrees. And what are you going to need? Well, if you're making a Bundt cake or a Bundt meatloaf, you need a Bundt pan. That's right. And I'm using my basic Bundt pan for this. I have many different kinds. If you haven't seen my other videos, I'll put the links down below for you. We made one for Valentine's Day. It was a pink champagne Bundt cake, and it was a heart, little hearts around the pan. And we did a chocolate peanut butter, we did a polka dot, and what was the other one? Oh, we did a black forest cherry one. So they were all sweet, and this is our savory one. So what do you want to do first with your Bundt pan? Well, you must grease this one. Now I'm gonna spray it with some Pam, and I'm gonna spray it well. Like I always told you, with the sweet ones, you spray it and flour it. You don't want to put your batter or your ingredients in a Bundt pan without making sure it's nice and sprayed. And that goes for even if it's for a non-stick pan. So we don't need flour in this one. For my sweet ones, you've already seen that I use Baker's Joy, which is the non-stick spray, and the flour. But for this stuffing meatloaf one, I'm just going to use Pam. So let me get this sprayed really well. Don't forget your middle, around where the hole is in the center of the pan, because we do not want this to stick to our pan. Okay, so let me put that aside. Alrighty, So, are you ready? Let's get started. First thing we need is a bowl. That's right. And in this bowl, I'm going to put 1 envelope of Lipton's onion soup mix. Comes in a box like this, and you get 2 in the box. Well, we only need 1 envelope for this recipe. So let me put that in here. Okay. It's so easy to make, and it's so good. And now with that, I'm going to put in here, with the onion soup mix, I'm going to put 1 box of, I'm using the stovetop stuffing mix. So you're going to put the package of the dry stuffing mix in with the onion soup mix, the dry onion soup mix. So let me get that in there. And then what we're going to put in there is, we're going to put in there 1 cup of warm water. So here goes my 1 cup of warm water. Okay. Now, after I have those 3 ingredients in there, I'm going to mix them in this bowl, and I'm going to let them sit in this bowl for about maybe 5 minutes, just to allow the mixture to absorb some of the water. So here we go. Just going to give it a little mix. And I make many different kinds of meatloaf, but this is an easy one. It's very tasty. And you can make it in a Bundt pan. All right, so I'm gonna let this sit for about 5 minutes, and then I'll be back to show you what we do next, so stay tuned. Okay, so as you can see, I stirred it and I let it sit for about 5 minutes, and the stuffing mix and the other ingredients did absorb the warm water. This is so easy. This is basically a 5-ingredient meatloaf. All right, so to this, I am going to add 2 slightly beaten eggs, and we're going to add 1.5 pounds of ground beef. Now, I bought the 80%, 20%, so it's pretty lean. Boy, isn't beef expensive? Woo! I don't know. Crazy. You never used to have to pay so much for ground beef, but I guess this is our new reality, right? So anyway, it's best to use your hands. I washed my hands well. It really is best to mix this meatloaf with your hands. I'm sure most of you probably do that anyway. So let me get the ground beef in there, and then I'm going to start mixing all my ingredients together. So there we go. Here we go. You've seen me do this before. Squish, squish, squish. Woo! You want to get this all combined nicely. I wish I had smell-o-vision for you. It really does smell good. Yeah, I did tell you I was going to make you sweet and savory goodies in the Bundt pan, and this is a savory one. And like I say, I make many different kinds of meatloaves. I make a great meatloaf that was my mother's recipe. It's an Italian meatloaf. And after I get it mixed, I roll it all out and flatten it. And then, watch me make a mess here, as usual. And then I put mozzarella cheese in there and some thinly sliced ham. And then I roll it up and seal it on top. It's really good. You know, when you slice the meatloaf, you have that melted cheese and that little bit of ham inside. It's very good. That's what I call my mom's Italian meatloaf. So I'm going to squish, squish, squish this for another minute. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in my well-greased, sprayed Bundt pan. And then we're going to put it in our 350-degree oven for 1 hour. No longer want it pink inside. When it's not pink inside, it's done. Then we're going to take it out, and I'll show you what we do before we serve it and eat it. So here we go. Let me just mix, 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 and get this ready to go in our Bundt pan. Now, episode 6 will be coming up, And that will be a delicious, we're going back to another sweet recipe that I'm telling you, you're gonna love. And what a presentation that makes. So this is my dinner tonight. And then episode 6 will be another dessert bundt cake. Woo! Okay. And I'm hoping to make for you a little baby bundt cake in the air fryer. And maybe a low carb one too, for everyone that's watching their carbs out there. I think this is pretty well mixed. Squish, squish, squish. Oh boy. Okay, let me head on over and wash my hands, and then I'll be back. We'll put this in our bundt pan. Okay, so I'm gonna swing my bundt pan over here. It's nice and greased. And I'm going to spoon my meatloaf mixture into the pan. I'm having so much fun doing this bundt cake series, and I think a lot of you seem to be enjoying it from the comments I'm reading, so I'm happy. And not only are you enjoying watching it, it seems like many of you are making the bundt cake, so that makes me even happier. Alrighty, get this evenly distributed in here. And the bundt pans I use are usually a 10 or a 12 cup bundt pan. They work pretty much for all my recipes. Alright, so I'm going to pat this down in here. I'm going to put it in the oven, and I'll be back when I take it out and we get it ready to serve, so don't go away. Alright, so I baked the meatloaf for 1 hour, and I just took it out of the oven. This pan is very, very hot. I took a butter knife and I just went around the edge just to make sure, you know, it was all loose, and it was. So now I'm going to put a plate over this, and I'm going to invert the meatloaf onto a plate. So here we go. It's very hot. Put this plate on top. Hopefully I can do this without getting burned. Oh, here we go. You ready? Woo! Oh, I felt it come out. I felt it. Woo, it's very hot. Hold on. Perfect. Oh, wait a minute. Woo, look at that. Woo-hoo-hoo. Let me move it in a little bit. Oh, perfect. So, can you see that, cameraman? Whoopsie. Oh, now, let me tell you the best way you serve this. You serve this with mashed potatoes in the center. Because, you know, presentation is everything. So let me go get the potatoes. Now, you can make your own homemade mashed potatoes if you like. I know they're delicious, but I'm taking the easy way out. And I love these, and so does everybody else in the family. The Bob Evans mashed potatoes. And these potatoes are refrigerated, and they are made with real milk and butter. They're made with fresh potatoes. They're gluten-free, and there's no artificial colors or flavors, and you just microwave them. This one is just the regular. They come with garlic. They come with bacon. So, hey, it's a hack, right? A hack. So I'm going to spoon the mashed potatoes that I heated up in the center. Let me move this out of the way. This is going to look so pretty on the table. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. So today is our savory dish. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Oh, look at that. Oh, yeah. Can you see that, cameraman? Look at that. Isn't that great? All right, so everybody's hungry, but, you know, the cook gets to taste it first. So let's do a little taste testing here. It does tell you you should let it sit for about 5 minutes before you cut it. And I mentioned to you before that the recipe will be in the description box below the video. I'm just cutting a little piece out to taste it. Smells good. Oh yeah. Let me put a little mashed potato on the top. And let's give this baby a taste. I'm hungry. Here I go. Two thumbs up. It's delicious. Very good. And I mean, 5 ingredients? You definitely have to give this a try. So anyway, thank you all for watching. You know I appreciate each and every one of you. I gotta take another bite. Go. And don't forget to tune in for episode 6 of the Best of the Bundts. And I love you all. I'll see you all very soon. What do I always say? Toodles!